This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Thursday, the 9th day of July in the year 2020. I'm Gordon Mosley. Here's what we're tracking. The chairperson of the Guyana Elections Commission has written to the Chief Election Officer, Kit Lowenfield, requesting that he prepares and submits a new report from the 2nd of March elections, using the valid votes counted in the national recount as they appear on the certificates of recount. The Chief Election Officer has up until 2 p.m. tomorrow to submit that election report. This is the second request from the GCOM chair for the final report of the election results, which will lead to a declaration. An earlier request did not specify the use of valid votes as they appear on the certificates of recount. The certificates of recount show a victory for the People's Progressive Party. The request by the GCOM chair comes one day after the Caribbean Court of Justice ruled that Lowenfield's earlier report, which was done following an appeal court ruling, could not stand since the appeal court did not have jurisdiction to hear the matter, and therefore his report would have been unlawful. That earlier report by Lowenfield discarded more than 115,000 votes and was heavily criticized. More news coming up in a moment.
Hello, boys and girls. As you prepare to write your exams, there are a few things you will have to do each day so that you and those around you can be safe and healthy. Please remember, on the day of your exam, you must wear a mask correctly, covering your mouth and nose before entering the school compound. Wash your hands with soap and water at the entrance of the school at the sink provided for 20 seconds. Paying attention to the palm and back of your hands, between your fingers and their tips. Dry your hands with a clean tissue and dispose in the closed bin nearby. Boys and girls, your temperature will be tested by an official. Then you will go to the designated waiting area with the floor signs and markings clearly visible, standing or sitting 2 meters or 6 feet apart at all times. It is now time to start your exam. The invigilator will direct you to the examination room. All the best. Boys and girls, playing and gathering are not allowed. Parents, the Ministry of Education thanks you for the support you have given the children during the time at home. However, in the interest of everyone's well-being, you will not be allowed to enter the school compound. Parents and guardians, we are counting on your support in picking up the children promptly after their exam. Remember, the Ministry of Education will provide transport for children who are living far away that require that assistance. Please be reminded that vending outside the school's compound is prohibited. Only authorized canteen vendors with a copy of their food handler certificate and wearing a mask, food gloves, apron, hairnet, and a hat will be allowed. Always remember to wear your mask correctly, wash your hands, and stay safe. And let's win the fight against COVID-19. A message from the Ministry of Education.
We all want to stay in touch, right? Now, even more than ever before. So to keep your connection strong, GTT is going 2 for 2. Combine GTT mobile and home internet services and we'll give you 2 gigs of free mobile data each month. With 2 GTT services, you're fully connected at home and on the go. Visit us online at gtt.co.gy/2for2 to learn more and start doing more with 2 for 2 from GTT. Stay safe, stay strong, Guyana. We're in this together.
GBTI is your Guyanese bank, a bank that understands every customer's unique needs, opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. At GBTI, we see you for you. Whether you're buying a new home or car, planning your next vacation or retirement, saving for your child's future, or whether you're ready to take that bold step of investing in your dream business idea, we are with you every step of the way. We hear your stories and watch you focus on your dreams as we share your aspirations. We are more than just banking. We are a family. We are part of your community. Our commitment extends way beyond the walls of our branches and is demonstrated every day in the opportunities we provide to our individual and business customers. The support, time, and commitment we give back to communities across Guyana to help improve the lives of our Guyanese families. Because we see Guyana through your eyes.
Hi Guyana, it's your boy Kimo Paul here. Remind you to stay at least 1 meter away from persons, or 3 feet, to avoid contracting the flu or the COVID-19. It is also important that we stay at home and to avoid gatherings of more than 5 persons. We must all play our part, so let's protect ourselves and our families from COVID-19. We must all play our part. The Ministry of Public Health cannot do this alone. So let's all come together and fight this virus.
For further information, check our website www.health.gov.gy or visit the ministry's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter page.
Welcome back. The Guyana Elections Commission is likely to meet on Friday to discuss the ruling by the Caribbean Court of Justice on the Guyana Election Declaration. The GCOM chair, retired Justice Claudette Singh, was hoping for a meeting today. The meeting was not convened after it was pointed out to the chairman by Commissioner Vincent Alexander that time was needed to review the written ruling of the Caribbean Court of Justice, as is the practice whenever the court rulings are handed down. In a Facebook comment, Commissioner Alexander said commissioners were only provided with a written ruling at 12:30 this afternoon. The Caribbean Court of Justice on Wednesday handed down its ruling in the election declaration case, invalidating the Guyana Court of Appeal's decision in the matter, and also invalidating the final report that was previously submitted by the Chief Election Officer to the Commission. That final report, the CCJ said, was based on the ruling of the Court of Appeal, and since that ruling was thrown out, the report was similarly thrown out. The Chief Election Officer compiled his report claiming that it focuses only on the valid votes that were cast, but the CCJ said it was unlawful for him to disenfranchise thousands of persons in the preparation of that report. More than 115,000 votes were set aside in the final report based on the reported anomalies that were uncovered during the vote recount. The CCJ has said that the High Court would be the place to address those complaints in an election petition, as catered for in the Constitution. Now let's tell you that the new chairman of CARICOM, St. Vincent's Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, is calling on all stakeholders in Guyana to respect the ruling of the Caribbean Court of Justice in the election case. While commending the continued patience and calm of the Guyanese people, Dr. Gonsalves reminded that in its summary, the CCJ noted that it has been 4 months since the elections were held and the country has been without a parliament for well over a year. He said the court's ruling should lead to a declaration by the Guyana Elections Commission of the results of the general and regional elections held on the 2nd of March without further delay. CARICOM has been closely monitoring the election process in Guyana. CARICOM was among the international observers for the 2nd of March elections and also provided a high-level team to scrutinize the recount after brokering a recount agreement between the two major parties. The U.S. government wants the Guyana Elections Commission to move ahead and declare the results of the elections based on the national vote recount, now that the CCJ has made a ruling. In a tweet last evening, the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for Western Hemisphere Affairs, Michael Kozak, said it was time for the declaration to be made. He also added that the will of the voters cannot be ignored. Earlier this week, the diplomatic representatives of the U.S., the UK, Canada, and the EU met with Guyana's Minister of Foreign Affairs. The election situation in Guyana was among the issues discussed during that meeting. In a statement 2 weeks ago, the diplomat said it is important that every vote cast by every voter be reflected in the final declaration in order to ensure that the will of the people of Guyana is respected. They said that respect includes an election declaration of results that mirrors the order and integrity displayed by the people of Guyana, the Elections Commission, and party officials, as witnessed by the observers on Elections Day. While the Public Health Ministry has revealed that of the 145 active cases of the coronavirus in Guyana, Region 1 is managing 100 of those cases, making it the most affected region currently. Guyana recorded 2 new cases overnight, taking the total number of active cases up to 145, with 6 persons still in the coronavirus intensive care unit. Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Karen Gordon-Boyle today said it appears as though the majority of Guyanese know what to do to prevent the spread of COVID-19, but many are just not following the rules.
We continue to witness the misuse of the face mask and wish to advise that wearing your mask only because it is a requirement to enter some public spaces is not the principal reason for its inclusion in our guidelines. The mask is needed for your protection as well as the protection of those around you. It helps to prevent those tiny droplets from infecting you and those around. Further, it does not work in isolation. It must be supported with practicing physical distancing and hand washing.
Dr. Boyle reminded that prevention is still better than cure, and since in the case of COVID-19 there is no cure, the use of knowledge is better. The Deputy Chief Medical Officer raised some worry today about children who she has noticed not wearing masks when out in public.
I wish to discuss our children whom I see riding the minibuses, completing errands for parents in the shops, market, or stores without the protection of a mask. In some instances, parents are protected, children not so. Please remember that our assets for the future are our children. We do not wish to put them at risk. So if you plan on sending them to the shop or market, please ensure that they are appropriately attired with a face mask.
Guyana recorded its first case of the coronavirus back in March. The disease has claimed 16 lives in the country. A total of 125 persons have since made full recoveries. Let's tell you now that a coronavirus screening and testing site has been established in the Region 7 mining area of Aranca. The majority of COVID-19 cases in the Region 7 area are from Aranca. According to the Department of Public Information and Ministry of Public Health, along with a number of other government agencies, including the Geology and Mines Commission and the Civil Defense Commission, will remain in the area for the next month to conduct screening and testing. The Ministry of Public Health has described the mining area as a place of interest for COVID-19, following positive test results from the area. The Deputy Director for the Health Emergency Operations Center, Dr. Leston Payne, said it is important for the area to be closely monitored and proper contact tracing be completed.
So we decided that if there's going to be an increase of cases in Moruco, there's going to be an increase of cases in Aranca. And the numbers would have shown that that determination was true.
Dr. Payne said that compliance to the established guidelines such as social distancing and the wearing of face masks at Aranca Arangoi remains a challenge. Last Sunday, the team comprising officers of the CDC and the Guyana Police Force, wardens, mining officers, and medical personnel arrived at the Aranca Arangoi landing. Since then, they have set up their prefab units and have gone into full operation. Guyana currently has more than 140 active cases of the coronavirus disease, and efforts are being made to contain the spread as the country has started a multi-phase reopening. Across the region is coming up next.
They've made a positive impact on the heavy-duty transportation industry in Guyana since they've arrived. Guyanese are amazed at their power, durability, efficiency, and superior handling capabilities. These are brand new trucks, manufactured in partnership with German, Italian, and French companies. They have a powerful reputation for operating under very adverse Guyanese conditions and come with full after-sales service and spare parts. They're the most sought-after trucks today, with over 500 units in Guyana, and they're available in over 100 countries, including South America and the Caribbean. Be smart. Buy brand new ST Howo trucks today. Call 608-4998 and arrange for an inspection at ST Truck Guyana Incorporated, Block B, Public Road, Covenant, East Bank, Demerara.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
The following is an important message from the Ministry of Public Health. Getting your workplace ready for COVID-19. Surfaces such as desks, tables, and telephones with keyboards must be wiped with disinfectant regularly, or at least every few hours. Use containers of hand sanitizers and place them in prominent places around the workplace. Provide access to places where staff can wash their hands with soap and water, and promote regular hand washing at the workplace. The Ministry of Public Health has a hotline to provide information on the coronavirus. Members of the public can call 227-4986 or 624-3067.
Across the region right now, the leader of the main opposition, United National Congress in Trinidad, Kamala Persad-Besesser, has written to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, requesting that international observers be present in Trinidad for the 10th of August general election. In the letter, which was shared with the media, the opposition leader said that while the UNC acknowledges the ongoing global COVID-19 pandemic and the public health regulations that are currently in effect, it is very concerned that measures are not in place to ensure citizens are able to exercise their franchise. The opposition leader said international election observation or monitoring is an important mechanism for ensuring election integrity, and the UNC is of the firm view that international observers are needed to ensure that the election is conducted in a free, fair, and just manner that will reflect the true mandate of the people. Persad-Besesser said the Caribbean Community CARICOM has seen the critical role both international and CARICOM observers played with the recent elections in Guyana. Well, visitors to Barbados, once commercial flights resume this weekend, are being strongly advised to undergo a COVID-19 PCR test at an accredited or certified facility or laboratory before traveling. Air Canada will be the first commercial flight to touch down at the Grantley Adams International Airport since commercial travel to the island ceased back in March. Tests should be done within 72 hours prior to travel, and test results should be submitted electronically. From the 15th of July, the online embarkation and disembarkation form will allow for the uploading of the test results. Passengers are also being advised to take a copy of the test results with them when they visit Barbados. And finally tonight, international news. Colombia is extending its national lockdown by more than 2 weeks after reported cases and deaths accelerated in several cities. The measure, which was implemented back in March, was due to be lifted on the 15th of July, but has now been pushed back to the 1st of August. The Colombian president said that considering that they have cities where the rate of cases has accelerated and grown, as well as the mortality rate, they have continued to work on preserving the mandatory preventative isolation as the general concept. More than 120,000 cases of COVID-19 have been recorded in Colombia, with more than 4,400 deaths. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.